Have you been wondering how you can set a trade in Royalq? All what the different modes of trading within Royalq mean? All what the things indicated on the different signals we send mean? Well, look no further. This video is for you. Hi everyone. Welcome to Luganda Crypto Simplified. Even when today we're trying to use some English, where we are going to look at those three things. How do you set a trade in Royalq? What are the different modes of trading in Royalq? And lastly, how do you interpret a signal sent to you right away? So right away, let's jump in. Right, so we are going to begin with how to interpret a signal sent to you. There are several types of signals in Royalq, but today I'm going to just look at two. One with a preset price and one with a current price. So we are going to begin with the one with a preset price. So we shall open our Royalq here. I'm going to show you how to enter the signal. But first, let me show you what the signal entails. Number one, it has the name of the signal. This time, the coin we are going to trade is called ZRO USDT. And then it has the take profit, which is always 3%, but sometimes it is higher. Yeah, like you see here, you see this one, it is higher. You get it? Yeah, so we are still looking at ZRO USDT. All right, so it has a take profit here. It has a take profit at the name of the coin. Then here it has the price at which you're going to buy. It is either current price, we're either buying at current price or preset price. For this coin, we are going to buy at preset price. I'll show you how we put that. Then we have a take profit callback, which is 0.01 in this case, and they give us a drop, which is 15%. So let's go and compute this into our Royalq. Firstly, we are going to search for this coin called ZRO. But guys, forgive my network. Forgive my network. So ZRO, it is here. And then we are going to create as usual. I don't know if you guys know how to create, but we tap here on create. Then we always use the martingale strategy bot. Then tap create. We are going to tap here on trade settings. There on trade settings. And we are always choosing manually create because it gives us a chance. Here we choose manually create, not smart create. Here this is a no. The reason why we choose manually create is it gives us a chance to compute our own settings. Yeah, manually create. Here we go. So why I introduced three topics at the beginning is the fact that they are going to be combined. Yeah, I'm going to explain those three things at once. So we said we are going to see how to interpret a signal, how to set a signal, and how to explain the different modes used to trade in Royalq. I hope that was the beginning. So we are currently setting a signal after interpreting the signal. I hope that is it. Yeah. So as we are going to set the signal, let me explain to you the strategy modes. They are shown here, the strategy modes. Let me explain to you what each of them means. Let me tap that arrow. And here they are. So the whole warehouse mode is a mode we use especially for margin calls 1 to 4. When we are using the whole warehouse mode, we are instructing to the robot to sell everything it bought at once. When you leave your coin in whole warehouse mode, even if you have 1,000 margin calls, it will steal everything it bought at once. You get it? Yeah, that is why in most cases we encourage people that have more than 4 margin calls to change to either sub-bin mode or sub-bin mode real-time settlement, because sub-bin mode helps you to make profits even when the market is in the downtrend if you have more than 4 margin calls. So this is how sub-bin mode works. Sub-bin mode is a strategy mode in which the bot is going to sell your margin call, that is 5 and above, and give you profits. But it is not going to give you back the profits. It is going to reinvest them into the market. It is going to reinvest them into the market. And this helps us to pull the average price closer to the current price. Whenever you make a sale, your profit is reinvested. And whenever it is reinvested, the average price is put closer to the current price. This helps you to get out of the market quickly. And then we have the sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Here you make your profits and you get them. And you also charged fuel fee, So most people prefer sub-bin mode real-time settlement because most of us want to make profits. Yeah, but those that want to keep on reinvesting so that they exit that particular coin, sub-bin mode is here for you. So guys, I think we shall use more than 4 margin calls. So allow me choose sub-bin mode real-time settlement. You see. So here we had whole warehouse mode. Now you see it is sub-bin mode real-time settlement. So here you have the first buying amount. I don't know if you've watched our previous video, the one that shows how to calculate your capital. If you haven't, go watch it so that you know how to calculate your capital. In this case, I'm going to use $100. I'm going to use an example of $100 as my investment capital, and I'm going to use a first buying amount of 10. I'm going to use a first buying amount of 10. Remember, we say that if you have $100, we only sell one coin at a time. We only sell one coin at a time. So I've put here $10 on the first buying amount. I've computed and put 10. Then we have this button here. If you switch on this button, it means that each time the bot is going to buy margin call, it is going to double the margin call. So that is why it is always off. Okay. Then we have this AI margin call. For the AI margin call, it reduces the speed at which the bot invests your money in the market. So do you want your money invested rapidly, or you want the bot to just follow your instructions? If you want it to follow instructions, you switch it off. But if you want it to invest the money sparingly, you leave it on. Maybe I'll switch it off. Then we have the margin call limit. This is the way in which you want the bot to invest your money in the market using the margin calls. So remember, my capital is $100 and my first buying amount is 10. So it is going to be 100 by 10. 100 by 10. I get 10 margin calls. But remember, before the bot comes to pick the first margin call, it has bought the first time, that first time. So that's why I'm going to put 9 margin calls instead of 10. 9 margin calls instead of 10. Because of that first time, the robot buys before it comes to pick my margin calls. Even when we got a 10, I'll put 9 because of that reason. Okay, then the take profit, we go back and switch take profit. Did they say it is a 3%? It is a 3%. That is the take profit they instructed us to take. So I'm going to put here 3% on my take profit. Then did he give us a whole position take profit callback? A whole position take profit callback? Yeah, he did, and it is a 0.01, 0.01, 0.01 here. So he didn't give us the buying callback, but it is always 0.1, and the sub position take profit callback is also 0.1. This is the callback for margin calls 5 and above. Margin calls 5 and above. Remember, we said that the bot can sell margin calls 5 and above independently and give you profits. So this is where we find those independent profits on this distributed take profit allocation. So if we tap there, you see, from margin call 5 to 9, because we have 9 margin calls, they're independent. The bot can sell 5 and give you profit, sell 6 and give you profit, sell 7 and give you profit. And sometimes it may not even buy all these. It may just buy the first 2 and then it sells off everything. You get it? So it's not a must for the bot to buy margin calls. You know, you have people complaining, mine did not buy margin calls. Your coin did not drop to the percentage instructed the bot, so there is no way it could buy those margin calls. So that is why sometimes it doesn't buy margin calls, because it didn't drop to that percentage. Guys, you get it? I hope you get it. So we are going to go to this margin configuration here, and this is where we are going to set our margin calls from. On the left here, we have how we expect the coin to drop. And on the right here, we have how we expect the coin to invest our capital. So this is capital, and this is a drop of the coin. How do you expect the coin to drop? I hope you get it, guys. So in our coin here, they gave us a drop of 15%. You see it? But we have 9 margin calls. So for us to get a drop for every margin call, we are going to say 15 by 9. This gives us the drop for every margin call. So it is always going to be 15 by the number of margin calls you have. You get it? So sometimes the drop may be like 6% by 9, and it is giving you small percentages. This means you may reduce the number of margin calls, or you may just compute with your head. You may just compute with your head. Yes, you may just compute with your head, and then you're like, no, let me use like 0.2 for the first 4, then use 0.3 for the next. You get it? So sometimes you may need to compute with your head, but in this case, we are going to compute with the drop. We are going to compute with the drop, which is 15 by 9. Let's see what we get. All right, so 15 by 9 is 1.67. 1.67. We're going to just put 1.6 per drop. We are going to put 1.6 per drop. So we come back to our software here, and we are going to put 1.6 throughout, 1.6 throughout. All right, we're done putting our 1.6 throughout, as you see. We're done. So if we multiply 1.6 times 9, what do we get? Yeah, we get 14.4 because of the 7 we neglected, the 1.66. But that is almost, when we round off, it is 15%. So that is our drop. Then let's compute the capital. Okay, for the capital side, we are going to put 1 throughout. This is why. When the robot is investing your capital, this is what it does. This is what it does. You get it? So you're telling the robot that if the coin drops further by 1.6, invest 1 times my first buying amount, FBA. Invest 1 times my first buying amount, which is 10. You get it? So it is 1 times 10. You get 1 times 10. 1 times 10. 1 times 10 is 10, not so, it is 10. So that means that's why we are putting a 1 here, because we wanted to invest $10 per margin call. So that's why we are going to put a 1 throughout, because if you multiply 9 times 10, you get $90. Isn't it the money we left? I mean, we left with after buying the very first time. Because 100 minus 10, you get 90. Those are the 9 margin calls we have. And then here we are going to put 1 up to down. So it is 1 times 9. We get 9, not so. 9 times 10, the first buying amount, we get 90, which is our capital. So this side, like I said, we are computing our capital. How much capital do you have, and how do you want the robot to invest it? As simple as that. So let's put the ones. Right, we are done putting our ones. Not yet done. Okay, we are done putting our ones, and like I said, if you add this, you get 90, your capital. Then we shall click sure here. Then we have to change to, we have to click here and change to 1 shot. We have to click here and change to 1 shot. Yeah, because it said it here, it didn't say it actually. Sometimes they tell you that you trade in 1 shot, like how you see here. But here they didn't say it, but in the market we are in currently, we sell at 1 shot. All right, so we are going to save here and then click sure. But remember, our coin has a preset price. So you come back here and then tap here. This is where we input the preset price from. So we tap this arrow here and then see the preset price. What was the preset price? 3.493. 3.493. After that, we are going to save it. Okay, so we click on sure here, and then we click activate. And then create. Activate. I understand. Then create. But I'm not going to create this coin. Here is why. We do not trade any coin after 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we do not trade any coin. So we are at 542 currently, and this coin was sent at 431. An hour plus has passed. So you have to take into consideration of the time when the coin was sent, and the time on your watch at that time, and the time on your watch at that time. You see it here? You cannot trade this coin. Because an hour has elapsed. 5 minutes have elapsed, even more. You get it? So that's why you can't trade this coin. And that's why I've not activated it. We just use it for learning purposes. And guys, a quick point to note. Here, where we were talking about how our capital should be invested, I mean this side here, it's not always supposed to be a 1. For example, if I have $200 and my first buying amount is 10, but I want the robot to invest 2 times my first buying amount. I can always change this to 2. I can always change this to 2. I can always change this to 2. Because remember, we say that this is helping us to calculate how our capital is going to be invested. So this will be 2 times 9. We get 18. 18 times 10, 18 times 10, the first buying amount, I get 180, of which I have 190 left. So the robot is going to still use 180 and leave my 10 as reserve. So guys, it's not always supposed to be 1. It can be a 3, it can be a 10, it can be a 4, it can be anything. So let me show you like the settings of the robot. Alright, so the robot comes with these settings. And anytime you tap into a new coin, it will come like this with this drop here. This is why I was telling you that the manually create gives us an opportunity to change, gives us an opportunity to compute and put our own settings. So the robot is always considering 7 margin calls, and the way we invest our capital is like this. So the reason we change is because some people do not have up to this amount. Because if we take time and calculate here, in case your first buying amount is 10, 2 times 10, 4 times 10 times 10. So guys, this is going to be 20 plus 40 because we are timing like with 10, plus 40 because we are timing with 10, plus 80 because it's 8 times 10, plus 160 because it is 116 times 10, plus 320 because it is 32 times 10, plus 640, plus 1280. You get it? I'm multiplying this by the first buying amount, which is 10 throughout, which is 10. You get? And here you get, guys, here you get a capital of 2,540. So in case your first buying amount is 10, in case your first buying amount is 10, for you to use the settings that the bot comes with, you need a capital of $2,540 capital. So that is why we compute them to suit the capital we have. So guys, that is how we suit them. So guys, let's jump to current price signal. So some people are confused by these numbers. These are just numbers of the coin. Yes, so this month I think they've just given us 71 signals. And then it also has the name of the coin, which is Paul USDT. They're telling us to buy at the current price of that signal, and they're telling us to take a profit percentage of 3.01%, then a buy and callback of 0.02. Then this guy goes ahead to simplify our lives by giving us the code drops. But he goes ahead to tell us that you can open more margin calls. You know, some people always feel safe with just these, No, my dear, you have 100 USDT and you want to use 9 margin calls. Go ahead and open those 9 margin calls. And this is where I was telling you where your head comes in. Where you go and then you're like, but I may expect this coin to drop by 6%. So let me just impute my own drops, the 0.5, the 0.2. The only caution here is that the call drops, they should not be less than your buying callbacks. So you cannot put a margin call of 0.01, no, because it is less than your buying callback, So guys, you can open more margin calls, and he's telling us that the strategy period is 1 shot, not cycle, 1 shot. And remember when I told you that you cannot trade a signal after 5 minutes, even when it's not indicated? Get that in your head. Do not trade a signal after 5 minutes have elapsed. Okay, there are signals that say after 10 minutes. Okay, they have not elapsed, you can trade. So let's set the signal. I don't want this video to be so long, so let's go to Royalq and search for Paul USDT. Alright, so here it is, Paul USDT. Click I understand. My network. Click create. Click trade settings down here and choose manually create up here. Then we said that if you have more than 4 margin calls, you come and change your strategy mode to sub-bin mode, real-time settlement, or sub-bin mode if you want your profit to be reinvested. And since we are still using our $100, we are still putting here 10 USD first buying amount. We are switching off our AI margin call because we do not want the robot to invest in the market normally. And then we have 9 margin calls because we're remaining with $90. And then you remember this guy told us that the take profit is 3.01. The take profit is 3.01. So we come here and put our 3.01, 3.01%. And then he told us that the callback here, the callback here is 0.02, 0.02%. Yeah, I hope even this one will be 0.1 and this will be 0.1 as usual. And we shall switch to one shot as instructed here. We shall switch to one shot here, one shot. So we just tap on this cycle here, just tap on this cycle here, and it will become one shot. It will come one shot. So we're done with that. We are going to go here on the margin configuration and set our margin calls. So remember, he gave us the drops. He gave us the first and second drop. The first drop is 1.02 and the second is 1.52. 1.52. So here, the first one, we are putting 1.02 and the second one is 1.52. So here, this is when your math comes in. As for me, I always use a drop of 0.5. I always use a drop of 0.5 because I want my robot to buy these fast margin calls faster and give me profit. Then from the 6th margin call and above, I always use a drop of 1% because then I want it to reduce the speed at which it is investing my money, owing to the fact that this coin has overdropped. So yeah, here I always put a 2%. Yeah, so if we add this, what do we get? 0.5 plus 0.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6% drop, 6% drop, plus 1.52, 7.52, and then 8.54. So that is not like a bad drop. That's not a bad drop. Yeah, we expect a drop of almost 80%. So guys, like we did in the first video, here we are going to put 1 because we still have the capital of $90. All right, so we're done computing and this is how cute it looks. Then we are going to click sure and then we are going to save and then sure. Yeah, guys, and then activate. You realize here we are not talking about the preset price because they told us to buy at current price. Here. So we are buying at the current price of that signal, and these signals require you to set with speed. They require you to set with speed. So we shall activate, understand, and then create, but I'm not creating because 1 hour has passed, 1 hour has passed since the signal was sent. So guys, that is our video for today. Those are the strategy modes we have in Royalq, and that is why you can choose any strategy mode of your choice. That is how we interpret a signal, and that is how we set our signals. Those are the reasons I stated in the video. Rewatch so that you get it, and then you can do this on your own or raise. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't like, comment, subscribe, and share to all Royalq users and those that are anticipating to use Royalq. Guys, I love you so much. Share this video and mwah.